Hello, welcome to our live stream. Let's see how many people show up today. It is Christmas Eve, and I know a lot of you have a lot of different things going on, but I have chosen to go live anyway. So if you're looking to practice your English, if your parents are driving you crazy, your kids are driving you crazy, if you want to have a little me time and practice your English, I would love to have you here with me today. Oops, I have no idea what I just did. So welcome to everyone who is joining. I see we do have several people here. So welcome. And yeah, so our lesson today is going to be about Christmas traditions. If you have no idea who on earth I am Jenn from English with Jenn 123, and I offer us our weekly lessons where we practice English. We have a specific topic for the entire week, and this week, like I said, it's Christmas traditions. So if you don't know who my account, you can find it right here, English with Jenn 123. Like I said, every Wednesday I do a full English lesson. This is always for free, and we have a wonderful community, and yeah, we would love to have you on board. So first comment today, let's see who's here. Yuki, how are you, dear? Did you have a nice Christmas dinner in Japan? Your pictures on Instagram looked amazing. You must be very, very tired now. So if at some point you fall asleep during our lesson, I totally understand. I hope you had a wonderful time. So I will pull up our first slide for today, and we will do this a little bit like we did yesterday, where we have some things where we compare the way things are in the United States to the way things are in your country. And yeah, look forward to hearing what you have to say. So our first question, 11, thank you. I went crazy with my glue gun. These were things that I had on my table. Yuki, I'm using your beautiful obi tonight. I will share that in my stories later on and send you a private pic. So I will put that, and I have this beautiful green garland that I made. And so I had a little bit extra, so I made a little headpiece. I'm glad you like it. All right, so in the United States, we celebrate Christmas on the 25th. So in the United States right now, it is Christmas Eve. A lot of families get together and have dinner. They might go to church, but this is not when presents are given out, and this is not really the big day. Hey, Renata, darling, welcome. Hello to you. So what about in your country? And Renata, yesterday in our quiz, we had a quiz question about in Poland, that in Poland you have something called, and I'm going to kill this word, so please help me out, waglia, I don't know, where you have 12 meatless dishes for the 12 apostles at dinner. If you can tell us anything about it, if you can tell us if that's true or false, that would be great. Hey, ciao, Alessio. Ciao a tutti. And yeah, so, and do you celebrate Christmas on the 25th? I think in Poland you don't. Let me know. Hey, Yelena, darling. So I made a French dinner tonight. You can check it out in my posts later. I absolutely checked it out. It looked delicious, and a cake to go with it. You must have been in the kitchen for days, Yuki. So in Japan, you celebrate Christmas on the 24th or the 25th. In Serbia, let me know. In Italy, Renata, Poland. And for everybody else who is joining, which day is important to you to celebrate? In Germany, where I am right now, the 24th is the most important day. So today is really Christmas, and tomorrow is Christmas Day. And then you have the 26th, which is also a holiday. But in the States, today is kind of a normal working day. So yes, so everybody saying hello to everyone. Yeah, so maybe you can let me know. Otherwise, we will pop on over to some vocabulary words and take a look at those. and try and just sort of maybe I'm curious to hear how many of these you already know. Thank you that all of you have shown up today. I know that this is a holiday for many of you, and so I hope that you're able to do some different Christmas preparations and listen at the same time. So thank you for being here. All right, so let's take a look at some vocab. You can let me know what you think, if these are easy, if they are a good reminder, whatever you have to say. Carmen, darling, hey, Merry Christmas. This is definitely Christmas for our German friends. In the States, like I said, usually the 25th is the big celebration. Happy to have you here on Christmas, Carmen. Wonderful, wonderful. I guess you're not at work today. So I wonder what everyone does on 25th besides opening gifts. So on the 25th, you open gifts, you eat leftovers. I think we had this word recently. This is a great word if you don't know it, but the food that you have left over after your meal is called leftovers. So if you are having leftovers tonight, you're eating something that you cooked in the past that's in your fridge. Hey, Gracie, cool, welcome. So you eat leftovers, you play with the presents that you have. Maybe you got a game. We do celebrate tomorrow. No, my boss is nice and he gifted us a holiday today. That's very sweet. Nice. Really cool. Yes, so we'll have dinner tonight, a nice big dinner tonight. And then we open usually one gift on Christmas Eve. And then my kids, we always wanted a combination of the American way and the German way. So from the night of the 24th to the 25th, Santa comes and brings gifts. And so, yes. Okay, Alicia's keeping us on track here. We have 1, custom, 2, gathering, 3, anticipation, and 4, festive. And here are our definitions. A meeting of people. B, something people do for a long time. C, excited, waiting for something. And D, happy and related to a celebration. Sounds great. What will you have for dinner? So we will have, my daughter loves tomato soup. I have a very special tomato soup recipe that I made last night. So we'll have soup and we'll have oysters. And we will have, I'm trying to think, venison, Brussels sprouts, red cabbage, and we will have, and then I have this cake. Yuki, you have made it before, the chestnut flour butter scotch bundt cake. So I will make that for dessert, and yeah, it's going to be delicious. Okay, Renata has a little bit of information for us from our quiz yesterday. So, okay, here we go. Viglia. The most important day of Christmas, we are fasting all day while cooking delicious food. The dinner starts with the first, symbolizing the birth of Christ, 12 dishes, all vegetarian, right? And yesterday I read that you eat the first dish when you see the first star. I can imagine kids being very excited and running out of the house all of the time, looking for the first star so that you can start eating. I love that tradition though, of eating 12 different meatless meals. Now you're hungry. Yes. Okay, so everybody's saying 1 is B, custom. B, something people do for a long time. So it's like a tradition, a custom. It's something you do for a long time. And number 2, gathering. What can you tell me about gathering? Which one works best with number 2? 1 was B, and 2, what can you tell me? Okay, I have new comments coming in. So Alicia's going with A. Yes, it starts with the first star. I love that. It must go on for like a really long time, and that fills the evening with a lot. It's wonderful. Does one person prepare each of the 12 dishes, or does everyone bring something? Because I think that would be a lot of work. 12 dishes is a lot. All right. So everyone's saying that 2 is a tradition. Oh, sorry. 2 is A. I'm kind of in 2 universes here. So 2 Gathering is a meeting of people. You can have a social gathering. You can have a work gathering. So anytime people come together, that's a gathering. We have a Christmas gathering. When your friends come, when your friends and family come, a gathering of people. Yuki's saying that 3, anticipation. Anticipation is C. What can you tell me? 1 was B, 2 is A, 3, what have we got for 3? Yelena is also going with C. So let's get one more guess. And yeah, for anticipation. Gracie's also going with C. Anticipation, excited, waiting for something. So kids have a lot of anticipation on Christmas, waiting to open the gifts. Carmen, I think that you have a lovely tradition here in Germany, kind of old school. A lot of people don't do this anymore, where the tree was decorated on the 24th, excuse me. And so the kids, the doors were closed, they couldn't see in, and then the doors were open and Christkind came. So they have a lot of anticipation, waiting to see the tree, waiting to see what the Christkind had brought. All right, so we have some more info coming in. Renata, usually the house that is hosting is preparing the feast. You can show up to help and also bring a dish. Afterwards, we go to midnight mass. I love that. I think that is so nice. In Milan, we should wait. Stars in the sky, we could wait for months. Is it because it's so gray? Or because of the light? I don't know. Very interesting custom. Thanks for sharing your culture, Renata. Exactly. Yuki, I could see you doing that next Christmas somehow, the Polish Christmas. So Gracie's going with D for 4 with festive. You love my headband. Thank you. I just told Yuki I bought these 2 ornaments on sale, and I had this left over from my dinner table. I'll take some pictures of it tonight and share with you. So I made this little headband so I'd have a little Christmas festive headband. So we never did this because Mom said she never wanted to lie to us. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And I didn't do it because I like having a tree around at the beginning of December. I don't want to wait until the 24th to have the lights, to have the tree. So I like to have that around me for the entire month when it's so dark here. Yelena is saying D for number 4. So is Gracie. Hello to you. Hello, Fridavs. Hello, welcome, welcome. We're on, just so that you know, we're on number 3 with anticipation, or actually 4. Sorry. Do you spend tonight with your kids? So my daughter is here with me, and my son is with his girlfriend. And in the morning, then both will come here, and we will do the 25th together because Santa Claus will have come and left some presents. And so, yeah, I'm sure we will like dress up as reindeer and annoy my son. That's kind of our big thing. Merry Christmas. Thank you. Thank you. We didn't used to decorate the tree until the night before Christmas Eve. Now it's a bit earlier. Okay, so the same in Poland. Interesting. Okay, so in Germany, it used to be the 24th, and it seems like in Poland, it used to be the 23rd. And now people are doing it a little bit earlier. Yes, you can enjoy the lights much longer. Makes sense. Yes, because for me, really, 26th, 27th, latest 28th, tree needs to go. For New Year, new things. Vegetarian dishes are okay, but fasting is the thing I can't do. Well, you could leave that part. Let's see. I love the festive season. Me too. Me too. Okay. So we have custom, gathering, anticipation, and festive. We've gone through our vocab words. And now I have a selection of questions for you. Let's see where we're headed. Let me see. Excuse me. Number 3. And I will hop over to here. And let's see. All right. So they leave it all of January. Leave it up all of January, I guess. That's the carnival season and Christmas parties. Aha, that's nice too, to have it in January, so that it's, because that's really when it's dark. Okay. Tree often goes the the three wise men come. Yes, I know that. So from Spain and also in Germany, when the three wise men come, then you throw out the tree, or you get rid of the tree. Yes. Okay. So we have a first question here for you. Do you celebrate, oops, hold on the 24th or a different day? We have that question, really, kind of. So we will move on. Let's say, actually, I think I messed this one up. Rather, do you celebrate Christmas Eve? So Christmas Eve is December 24th. Do you celebrate on December 24th? Do you have something special that you do on the 24th and something special you do on the 25th? Curious about that. And we can throw in number 3 together. And I see what I've done. I've kind of thrown these all together. So let's see. So the third one is then, what do you usually do on that day? So what do you typically do on the 24th and the 25th? Was it January 5th or 6th? I can Google it. I think it's the 6th, I want to say, the three wise men. What day in January is for three wise men? Let's see. Because I think it's the same day every year, if I'm not wrong. Yes, so Yuki, January 6th. Exactly. Thank you, Gracie. On December 24th, we celebrate eating fish dishes. Okay, so in Poland, they eat meatless dishes. They eat vegetarian dishes. And is that in Italy, or is that in your family, maybe, where you eat fishes made from dish? So I guess you eat things like scallop and, actually, that's a shellfish. I guess the shellfish, right? I don't know, I'm getting confused. Yeah, so what kind of dishes? Scallops, maybe? I have no idea. What kind of fish dishes do you eat, Alessio? And how many? Also curious. Maybe that could be something for you, Yuki, next year. And it's really interesting when we're in Spain on the 6th, which we unfortunately will be in a different part of Spain on the 6th. So maybe I will see a different celebration, because quite often we're on Ibiza on the 6th. And it's really great to see the three kings come, and there are always big parades. And it's totally different than what we have in Germany and what we have in the United States. Okay, Carmen, darling, what have you got for me? December the 24th is Christmas at my mom. 25th at my dad's place, and 26th is my Christmas with mom and her whole family. This time, or Manu, sorry, with Manu and his whole family. This time he wants to try out his new drone. So we will all gather in the garden. This will be fun. Nice. That sounds like a nice family tradition. And to fill the days, because also in Germany, the 24th is a holiday. A lot of shops close at around 12, right, Carmen? Between 12 and 1. And then the 25th is a holiday. No shops are open. The 26th is a holiday. No shops are open, which is different than in the United States, because already the 24th, sort of similar. They close earlier. 25th, most shops are closed. And on the 26th, everything is business as usual. So Yelena, what have you got for me, dear? We celebrate on January 6th with family. We have a festive Lenten dinner. Fish, beans, walnuts, sweets, without milk or without eggs. Okay, so those are not included in the dinner. Interesting. So Gracie says, tonight I have dinner. Tonight I have a family dinner, meat. So chicken, some cold starters, ice cream for dessert, and then we go to the sidewalk to have a midnight toast with the neighbors. Oh, that sounds lovely. That sounds really lovely. Yes, and the city is full before hell on earth. Absolutely. Okay, Alessio. So in Italy with fish dishes, this is octopus, pasta with clams, mussels, prawns, or lobster. Okay, very, very cool. We celebrate Christmas Eve, and the kids open gifts on the 25th, the morning. That's all we do for Christmas. Yes. And Yuki, who brings the gifts on the 25th? Do you have Santa in Japan, or is it some other figure, or is it the parents? out of curiosity. Thank you guys so much for sharing. I love these kinds of topics where we have our nice little international community here where we can share and learn from each other, because everyone does these things differently, and that's pretty cool. So our first banner question for today, let me get rid of this. Sorry, this has been going the whole time. I didn't notice. There we go. Our first one is like, I thought it would be fun. We have like, I think 4 different people that we need to figure out what we should buy for these specific people. So the first person, we have a budget. Our budget is between $15 to $30. Whatever that is in your country, I'm not quite sure. That's a little bit of an issue. But let's say 15 to 30 euros, $15 to $30 for a man who is a tech geek. Now, we've had words before like nerd and geek. Oops, hold on. Let me cancel that and go back to my comments. So a geek, a nerd, a techie. So these are people that are really smart, sometimes socially awkward. So extremely smart, that kind of thing. And geek, nerd. We've had these words for very intelligent people before. There we go. All right. So geek, nerd, really smart person, sometimes socially awkward. Yeah, I hope that helps. And my banner was this. So we have to buy a present for a tech geek, a man, around 15 to 30 euros. I can tell y'all that, well, if you need to know what that is in your own currency, let me know what your currency is, and I will take a look for that. Parents equals Santa. Yes, same in Italy. Okay, right. Did you celebrate Christmas Eve and open gifts on the 25th? Exactly. Okay, so Alessio, you don't do anything on the 26th either. That's the same as we have in the States. Gracie, Alessio, I will go to Italy again in May, to Rome and Sardinia, I think. Is that Sardinia, I think. I'm not sure. What is Sardinia? Yeah, I think she means Sardinia. Alessio sounds really gorgeous. Geek or Greek? Geek. It should be geek. A geek, like a nerd, a really smart person, usually the kind of the weaker person in the class, but got really good grades in school. And quite often we have these tech geeks. Like, think of Bill Gates. He's the ultimate tech geek. He's not cool, but he's really smart. And so we have a budget. We need to buy a present for a man between 15 and 30. Sounds really, please invite me to your table tonight. Okay. Reading everybody. Hold on one second. Vitamins for mental focus. Okay. That's a good one, Renata. All right. Let's see. So searching for the gift for a tech geek. Exactly. We need a gift for a tech geek, something that they would enjoy, not too expensive. They probably have maybe some sort of laptop stand or something like that, a voucher for Steam, where he can buy himself a new game. I don't know that, Carmen. Is it called Steam or Staeam? I have no idea. Probably Steam. I've never heard of that. So a genius game. Yeah, maybe even like a Rubik's Cube from the 80s, something old school could be kind of fun for a tech geek, or like a handheld little Pac-Man thing or something like that. Anybody have any other ideas for a tech geek? Otherwise, we will move on. We will have several people throughout our lesson today where we need to think about, okay, what can we get them? There are some games for nerdy people. Exactly. And the adjective here is nerdy or geeky. Nerdy or geeky. I am a nerd, so yeah, that would be the best. Yeah, the cube, a voucher, an exit game. Okay, cool. Thank you, Carmen. Sardinia. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Sardinia. Got it. Where in Sardinia? Be ready, because Sardinia could steal your heart. Oh, that's nice. I love Pac-Man. I love Tetris. I was an addict. I'm so addicted to Tetris at university. I got really good at it. I will not tell you how good, because then you'll know. I should have been doing that instead, and not in studying and that kind of thing. All right, so a notebook, maybe like a notebook where they can write down their notes, that kind of thing. Maybe something to decorate their technology, some sort of thing to label their cable, something of that nature. All right, so let's move on. And I have a nice little, oops, no, I don't. We're not there yet. I have a same or different question for you. So again, I'm basing these all on the United States, okay? How people do things in the United States. And we've answered this a little bit, so we'll go through this and see who hasn't answered it yet. And yeah, I think that I need to hop over to here. So I hope, Alessio, I want something. I hope so, Alessio, I want something or someone to steal my heart. Oh, I do too. But the right person, Gracie. All right, let's see. Oh, that's cute. Maybe you two could meet. That would be so cool. All right, so let's see. We open Christmas presents on Christmas morning. So that would be the 25th, the morning of the 25th. The morning of the 25th. Do you open Christmas presents then? Yuki, you've already said that that's when kids open Christmas presents in Japan. Yuki, do you give anything to Chama? Do adults give each other presents, or is this strictly for kids? What can you tell me? When do you open Christmas presents? In Germany, on the 24th, typically. Carmen, what did you do in your family if you didn't have Santa Claus and Christkind? Then when did you do things? We open them after midnight. Okay, so after midnight, so the early morning of the 25th. Got it. So I guess when you come back from Mass, then you do that. What about other people? What is it like in Poland? I guess, I don't know, because you eat and then go to Mass, so I guess it gets pretty late. The challenge is to be up to open them. That would be the one day of the year it would be no problem for me to stay very late. I love opening up presents. We open gifts on Christmas morning. Okay. All right, so we have one for the 25th in the morning, I guess when you wake up. We always opened it on the 24th. We are Christian. We went to church first. We had dinner, and afterwards we got the Bescherung. Yes. What's the English word for it? I think that that's one of these words that's just very German, where you get that when you receive presents. When you open up presents, it's called Bescherung, but I will ask the bot just to double check. Bescherung in English. I don't think we have a nice word for this. The giving of presents, opening presents, Christmas gift giving. But Carmen, this is one of those situations where the Germans just have this perfect word to have for this one specific situation. For us, we need several words, yeah, to be able to explain that one situation. Does anybody else want to share when they open presents? Grown-ups always exchange gifts, but not all of us do. Okay, so also grown-ups do as well. Okay, interesting. So we give gifts for New Year, buying gifts all December. Okay, we give gifts for New Year. So not now, you wait till New Year. Interesting. So, okay, cool. So you have a nice dinner, and then but there was the first kid that comes to your home receives a gift, right? I can't remember what that was called, Yelena. And then, but other than that, there are not a lot of presents happening today or tomorrow. Renata. So kids get gifts from Santa on December 6th, but now everybody shares them during the Christmas Eve dinner. Okay, by the way, we have dinner with meat on Christmas Day, and the first Christmas Day, and the second Christmas Day, the 26th. Okay, so the Christmas Eve is a vegetarian dinner, and then Christmas Day, the first Christmas Day and the second Christmas Day is with meat. And in Germany, we have first Christmas Day, the 25th, and the 26th as the second as well. In the States, as you know, Renata, 26th, everyone's back at work. It's not, that's it. There's no more holiday. And I think in the UK that the 26th is Boxing Day. But I've not really understood that. I think that's like a shopping day. I don't really get what Boxing Day is. If anybody knows, please let me know. Kind of curious about that. All right, moving on to a poll question. So Gracie, in my family, we give homemade presents like handcrafts. This year I did some oil lotions, lavender and rosemary. Oh, that's nice. I bet that smells amazing. We also set a plate for a stranger who might show up. Yeah. I read that too. Yeah. And do strangers actually show up, or is that just a custom that one does? So have you ever had a dinner, Renata, on Christmas Eve where somebody just showed up and you're like, oh, good, here, have a seat. 24 vegetables. On the 24th, it's vegetables. The 25th and 26th are meat dishes. Yes. And also, I read that it was that Renata, one of the dishes is pierogi, but I can't remember what pierogi is. I know I've heard of it, but I don't remember what it is. If it's not too big of a deal to write, it'd be interesting to know what that is. All right, let's take a look at a poll question. And let's see. All right. Oop, nope, that's the wrong one. 1 second. Yikes. Let me change that real quick. Oh, I think that things are getting wonky here again. Okay, here we go. So I think I'm fine where I am. We'll do those in a minute. I think it's pasta, isn't it? I'm not sure. We always invited people who were single or like an old acquaintance, and very often they came. Ah, that's lovely. I love that. Okay, cool. All right. So poll question here, and thank you for answering. It's a dumpling. Okay. Yes, I think that it's a dumpling. In UK, Boxing Day was born as a day to give things to poor people. That's right. I think we had that in a quiz at some point. Right, where they put all of their old belongings in a box and the rich people gave it to their staff. But I don't know what the significance is today. I can't remember. I'm not sure. Yeah, because I don't think it's like a charity event anymore. So poll question, folks, here it is. Do people usually prefer do people usually prefer surprise gifts or gifts they choose? Let's take people out of this and let's say you. Do you usually prefer surprise gifts or gifts that you chose yourself? What is a dumpling? Hello, Brad. So, here we go. Thank you. Thank you. So, pierogi, Christmas Eve dinner. It's a ravioli, stuffed with potatoes, mushrooms, cheese, prunes, sweet milk, cheese. Nice. So in dumplings are often, you have this in Asian food where you can have a little, like a ravioli, like a pasta style sort of little pouch where you have something inside of it and it's cinched at the top. It's closed at the top. And you can either fry them or you can boil them. So it's sometimes soft or it's sometimes hard, as a dumpling kind of thing. Renata so Yuki, you're inviting yourself all over the world. So yeah, let's see. Definitely a surprise. Okay, you like both surprises. Okay, really, I think I like both, but I'm really naughty. Like I always, if my Christmas presents are lying about, I do look. I mean, Peter was like, "I know you've seen your Christmas presents," and I'm like, "Well, maybe one or two," but it's not like I go looking for them. He puts them in his closet. If I put away his clothes, then I see them. He needs to sort of put them somewhere else, because I can't not look. Anyway, but I'm bad. But I get equally excited when I open them. So, all right. So let's move on to our next slide. Add this one to the stage. I can stay where I am. And we have a nice little set of phrasal verbs here. We have number 1, open up. Number 2, hand out. Number 3, look forward to. And number 4, put aside. And here are our definitions. We have A, to save something for later. B, to unwrap or open a gift. C, to be excited about something in the future. Or D, to distribute gifts or items. And distribute in this sense would be to give gifts, to hand out gifts. Oh, yeah. All right. So, Alessio, what do you have to say? No, today is the day when sales start. Unfortunately, also linked with to football matches. Oh, well, maybe it's nice for the ladies who are maybe not into football. I don't know. Renata says, wishing you all a Merry Christmas. I'm packing and running to the airport to fly to Denver. Still wanted to join you for a bit. Lovely to have you. Wishing you a safe flight. Wishing you a Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, Renata. I always enjoy surprise gifts from Yuki. So Yelena's saying 1 is B. Gracie's going with B. Brad, sorry, has got a gotcha for me. So take care, sweetie. Take care, Renata. So open up. Number 1, open up. What can you tell me? Number 1, who agrees with Yelena and with Gracie for number 1? Yuki's also going with B. Okay, so open up, B. To unwrap or open a gift. You open up a gift on Christmas Eve, maybe on Christmas Day. You open it up. You can open up a wine bottle. Open up is our nice little phrasal verb. What about with number 2? Hand out. I already gave the answer because, I'm not good with these things. Yuki says 2 is D. Gracie's going with D as well. So to hand out. Sorry, I missed 26th of December. So December 26th nowadays is the day when sales start. Yeah, I think that's what Boxing Day is, right? Exactly. Boxing Day. Thank you, Alessio, for your clarification. So everyone is saying 2 is D. Absolutely. Hand out D. To distribute gifts or items. To give gifts is another way of saying distribute or to hand out gifts or items. Number 3, look forward to. What do we have for number 3? Gracie says C. 1 was B. 2 is D. 3. Who agrees with Gracie? So Yelena agrees with Gracie. Alessio as well. Okay, so to look forward to is C, to be excited about something in the future. To be excited about something in the future. We look forward to Christmas. We look forward to the new year. We look forward to lots of nice things that may happen. So, and last but not least, we have 4, put aside, to put aside something. 1 was B, 2 is D, 3 is C, and 4 to put aside is A, to save something for later. So it's smart, actually, to buy things for people throughout the year and put them aside so that when Christmas comes, you're not out shopping and doing last minute shopping. You put things aside throughout the year, for example, to save something for later. Exactly. Okay, so I have a couple of questions for you in regards to gifts. Let's see what you have to say. And let me see if I can grab this easily. Okay, so number 8. Why does that not look like number 8? Okay, and I need to hop over to the other side of the screen here so that we can see this easily. Okay, so I have here number 1. Have you ever re-gifted, I think? Have you ever gifted? Re-gifted. Sorry. Have you ever re-gifted a present? And re-gifting is a nice word. It's when you receive a gift and you're like, I don't really like this, but I know that person would. So you give a gift that was given to you to someone else that you know will actually appreciate it. So have you ever regifted a gift? I definitely have. Let's see. Yes, but rarely though. Yeah. Okay. So then maybe people know your taste pretty well, and then you don't have to regift things. So sometimes people miss what you like, but you know exactly that's the perfect gift for someone else. And I think regifting is a good thing because if you have something and you don't really like it, either A, it's just going to sit there and collect dust, or B, you will throw it out. And that seems kind of like a pity too. So Yelena, yes, a few times. Have you ever gotten busted? What about you, Jen? Yes, I've definitely regifted something. No, I've never regifted a present. I sometimes do, but not so often. Yes, because I've received it 3 times. It was a mug in the form of a camera objective. What shall I do with 3 of them? People all knew that you wanted that mug somehow. That's so funny. Yes, always to my daughter. She takes all my presents. Yes, same here. Yes, she always gets the things. It's true. No, I didn't do it in front of them. Right, exactly. But I know a situation where, like, for example, I can tell you, my aunt years ago, she gifted me really tasty peppermint hot chocolate. And so I opened it up and put it aside and was very happy. And then later, I was looking at it when she wasn't around. And on the bottom of it, it said, to and her name from the Joneses or the Smiths or whoever it was. So she totally regifted that, but I was very happy to receive it. But she kind of got busted. It was kind of clear that that was not something she purchased for me, but she knew that I would like it. I opened them all at once. I love peppermint hot chocolate. Yes, from Williams and Sonoma. So really, really good. I can't get that here. You can only get that in the United States. So all at once. Okay, so number 2, yes. So opening presents, opening them all at once or slowly. So in our family, we do it. I think there are kind of 2 different types of families, right? There are the families where everybody sits down, you have your stack of presents and they have their stack of presents and you just open. And in my family, we have the style where I open something and everybody watches, and then my son will open something, everybody watches, and then my daughter. So it goes on for a bit of time. So I think there are kind of like 2 sort of philosophies behind this, or styles, let's say. People either love just everyone opening or going slowly. And when you mix those 2, you can have problems because if somebody just opens presents, then they're like, oh, why is this taking so long? And the other way around, it's like, what? You're not enjoying this? How can you do that? So yes, we are the same. Everybody watches. Yep. Watch and comment and look at it. Yeah. I always write a wish list for the new year to the universe. Ooh, I love that. And I write them down. Cool, Gracie. I like that. I should do that too. Let's see. So writing a wish list, anybody else? I already had the same gift and I tried to exchange it for something else. Yes, totally. Okay, gotcha. So you tried to exchange it for something else. So writing a Christmas list, writing a list, or even telling a list, coming up with a list. When I re-gift something, I tell the truth to the person who is getting that gift. That's a nice way of doing that too. Yeah, somehow karmically in a way, I guess. Yes. Okay, so let's move on. We have a new person that we need to figure out what we want to buy for them. So we have our next person is a woman. She is a nature lover, and our budget is between like $10 to $25. So nature lover, what is something that we could get for her? Usually kids write down a wish list before Christmas. Yes, we can exchange families' gifts. Okay, that was a good gotcha reply. Yes, I know. I know you do, Brad. Okay, so what kinds of things can we get her? A lemon tree. Ooh, that would be pretty cheap lemon tree, but very cool. That would be a nice thing to have. A lemon tree. I was thinking of maybe like a donation to some sort of animal sanctuary or something like that. $25 in your name. Other ideas that we can get for someone who loves nature, a woman. I would buy her a birdhouse. Yeah, that's a cool idea. Definitely. That's a really good idea. Or even make her a birdhouse, maybe. Well, nobody wants me to make them a birdhouse. It would be, broken in an hour. But yeah, so other ideas of what we can get for a woman who loves nature. We have a pretty sort of low budget, I would say, not so expensive. A Christmas star plant. So a Christmas star plant in English is a poinsettia. And I will see if I can spell it. Poinsettia. That sounds Italian to me. Do you say poinsettia for that? For Christmas star? Poinsettia. They're usually in red, sometimes white. Kind of, for me, they remind me of the 80s. Everybody had poinsettias in the 80s. Anybody else have an idea of what we could buy a person who loves nature for $10 to $25? A birdhouse, shoot, it'd be Home Alone, Kevin McAllister. You sure you want me to make a birdhouse? Right. Okay. In America, there was a gift receipt which I can attach to my gift in case that person wanted another gift. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have that option a lot in the States. And nowadays it's even easier. Sometimes you don't even need a receipt. A lovely rabbit baby. No. Yes. Okay. So if anybody has any other ideas of presents that we can give to a nature loving person, Gracie, maybe we could give some of your beautiful lavender and rosemary oils that you made. That would be a perfect gift for someone who loves natures. A poinsettia. Yeah, I probably misspelled it. Yes. Yeah. I'm not sure how to spell it. Let me take a look and see real quick. But is that what you say in Italian? Because for me, that sounds like it's a real Italian type of word. Poinsettia, poinsettia, poinsettia. TIA. Maybe I'm even pronouncing it wrong. So you could also buy her a wildflower sheets, a good tea or olive wood for the kitchen. Nice. Carmen, you're so poinsettia, poinsettia, poinsettia. Wait, common mistake. People say poinsettia, but actually it's poinsettia, poinsettia. So thank you for the correction. Poinsettia. I once gave a baby rabbit and they didn't accept it, so it's my pet now. Okay. A beautiful bird feeder. Okay. Exactly. So lots of nice things that we can give to a nature lover, maybe some comfy, cozy, hand knitted socks. That could be a nice present as well. Something for hiking if she loves hiking. Poinsettia. Hello to you, Terry. Welcome. Happy Christmas. So I'm gifting my friend the whole year, so I always got ideas. Okay. So yes. So you take good care of your friends all year long. And something very kind of cool. I like that you said here, happy coming Christmas. So happy Christmas. You'll hear English speakers say Merry Christmas, and you will hear them say Happy Christmas. And I watched a video the other day that told me why this is the case. I will share it with you. So Merry used to be in English, a word, Merry, used to be in English something where somebody was kind of drunk. They're merry. They're a little bit drunk. So people didn't want to associate. They didn't want to put Merry and Christmas together because it kind of had this like connotation of like, so they said Happy Christmas to change that, to alter that. But over the years, it has become more and more common for people to say merry, cheerful, happy, Merry Christmas. So it's lost that sort of feeling, but that's why you'll hear Happy Christmas and you will hear Merry Christmas. Most Americans say Merry Christmas. British more Happy Christmas. but both are acceptable. I say Merry Christmas, always have. Exactly, because you're from the States, so that's a typical thing. Yuki, organic seasoning, great idea for our nature lover. I love the drunken English people, right? Have a Merry Christmas. I say Merry Christmas. It sounds better, actually, if you think about it. Got me. I gotcha. I think Merry Christmas sounds better, but that's just what I'm used to. So, but as you will, as you like, whatever. Let's move on to a new topic here, and we're going to talk about ugly Christmas sweaters because why not? It's Christmas. People wear ugly Christmas sweaters for whatever reason, and we'll talk more about that. And let me see if I can find the slide easily. There we go. Okay, so in the States, because like I said, this is we're sort of basing this lesson on how things are done in the States today. So this is the same or different in your country? Would you say we wear ugly Christmas sweaters in our country? We wear ugly Christmas sweaters in our country. What can you tell me? Do you do this? So these are the Christmas sweaters that have Rudolph with a nose that's flashing, or you have lots of sparkle on your sweater and it's a Christmas tree. I've never met you. Right? Gotcha. I'm not sure. So what can you tell me? In your country, do you wear ugly Christmas sweaters? What can you tell me? Do people typically wear ugly Christmas sweaters at Christmas time in your country? What can you tell me? I was saying I never met you in person. No. So I don't, but my friends do. I prefer wearing my old Irish vintage sweater. Oh, I bet that's pretty. So Yuki says, nope, I'm surprised. I would think in Japan you would. Nope, not in Argentina. It's cute, but we don't. Okay. So maybe this is sort of like a very sort of typically American thing to do. Sweaters that was sewed by hand, sewn by hand. In this case, you would say sewn, S-E-W-N. Sewn by hand. Okay. So more beautiful Christmas or like authentic and good Christmas sweaters. We'd say gotcha if we met in person. Yes, I have an ugly Christmas sweater. All right. Brad has one. I do too. But like as a joke, I mean, that's usually what we do, why we wear them or how we wear them. Did you wear an ugly Christmas sweater? I have before. I have one. I think I wore it for a live stream several years ago on Ewa, I want to say. Let me move on down and try to find our questions here because we're going to move into this part here. So kind of the same thing here. Have you ever worn an ugly Christmas sweater? Do you like them? Do you hate them? And where do people usually wear them? People started a few years ago in Milan, but they are posh Christmas sweaters. Okay, so it's Milan. So I get it. So I guess it's, really beautiful, not ugly Christmas sweaters. I have one, but it's not intended for you. Okay. So in the States, people will typically wear these to parties. You'll have like an ugly Christmas sweater party. I know of one German lady, she had a party, an ugly Christmas party here, but that's very uncommon. We don't have that culture. Okay. So it's kind of like, let me see. I'm not sure if I have this as a trivia question, or if I had it yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday. Okay, because really these sweaters were very popular in the 80s. A lot of people wore these really over the top Christmas sweaters in the 80s. Ladies, think of really big shoulder pads, so you look like this and you had this big sweater on and you had your pants with the stirrups on the bottom. I'm drawing a blank. And it was a real big fashion trend for a while, for like a couple of years. And then it became like, do not wear those. And then people brought them back because everyone realized, gosh, these were so ugly. They were horrible. And so, yeah, so now it's become kind of a joke, but people used to legitimately wear them. We have to wear pink underpants. Oops, hold on. Lucy, I lost it. Oh my goodness, hold on. So Gracie. And generally we give them as a present for wishing good luck. So, hi, that's what you wear on Christmas, pink underwear. Okay. If you, yes, you're the kind lady, my ugly sweater says it's no offense to you. Aha, okay. So let's see, Carmen. I don't just want to wear ugly things. I thought about buying one with reindeer on it, making love, but never bought it. I think when you buy these, it's because it's just for fun. Just like I just saw, I don't know, I think I posted it actually, where you had Santa Clauses getting people to try to shoot basketballs. I think that there's a lot of stuff around Christmas now that has become less about religion and more about entertainment. That's another debate for another day. So people have parties and you try to look as wild and crazy as you can for Christmas. And it's not so much about the religious aspect, and it's more sort of theatrical, if you will. I believe I can buy ugly Christmas sweaters and somewhere in my country, but it's not so popular. Yes, okay. Terry, my granny sewed for me and I wore it everywhere to show a big respect and appreciation for my granny. I love that. I don't know if we are connected on Instagram, but if we are, please send me a photo. I would love to see what your grandmother made. That would be so nice. No sweaters in Argentina, 32 degrees today. Fair enough. Fair enough. You need Christmas bikinis. I saw one with Santa fart. Oh my gosh. No more cookies for him. All righty. First, thinking of Bridget Jones. Okay. I can't remember that scene exactly. Oh, Gracie, send some sun here, please. Yeah, exactly. Although it was really pretty, Carmen, today here in Hamburg, I have to say. It was really nice. All right, let's move on. Let's take a look at some vocabulary related to Christmas sweaters. And some of these words we've had before, and maybe some are new. We'll take a look and see. All right. Where are we? Number 11. Things are a little bit backwards here today for whatever reason. I hope that this is correct, and I do believe it is. Personally, I like them because it brings out an atmosphere of celebration. Definitely. We don't wear ugly Christmas sweaters, but we have a culture to wear mascot suits or costumes. So maybe ugly Christmas sweaters will make it to Japan one day. Of course, Carmen, the sun energy is sent. 30, so Gracie's, yep, she is where it's nice and warm. So first word, we have quirky. And then we have number 2, ironic. 3, novelty. 4, over the top. Here are definitions. A, using words or actions that mean the opposite of what is expected. B, exaggerated and excessive. C, unusual or eccentric in an interesting or charming way. And D, something new, unusual, or fun, often temporary. So I see a lot of people writing. I remember the scene in Bridget Jones where they both were wearing accidentally the same ugly Christmas sweater. It was epic. Mark Darcy, one with the deer. I had one with deer, not only Christmas, but all the time. Oh, okay, all the time. So thanks, guys, for the explanation about that with Bridget Jones. I appreciate it. Jen, we need ugly sweater that says gotcha. We do. Okay, so Gracie's keeping us in check here. Thank you, sweetie. Number 1, she's saying quirky is C. Who agrees with Gracie? What can you tell me? Number 1, C. Anyone got anything? Worn with a deer. And deer in this case, just so you know, it's a homophone. D-E-A-R is like a deer person, and D-E-E-R is the animal. D-E-E-R. They are homophones. They sound exactly the same. Everybody's saying one is C, except Carmen is saying B. One is C, quirky, C, unusual, eccentric, in an interesting and charming way. Yeah, figured it was a typo. Yeah, so something, we've had this before as a description for someone. I think of Zoe Deschanel. She had a show. That girl, I think she was very quirky. And in this case, Christmas sweaters can be very quirky, unusual, and eccentric, kind of charming, sometimes not. What about number two? What can you tell me for number two? Ironic, ironic. Gracie's going with D. Anybody else have anything for me for number two? A. So Grace is going with A. So we have Alessio A, Yuki A, Carmen A. Okay, so ironic is A, using words or actions that mean the opposite of what is expected. So you have a lot of these Christmas sweaters that are totally ironic. Number three, we have novelty. Novelty. What can you tell me for number three? Novelty. Number three. All good, Brad. No worries. So number one was C. Number two is A. Alessio's going with D. Who agrees with Alessio? 3D. Carmen does. Yuki does. And so three is D. Novelty is something new, unusual, or fun, often temporary. The last one we have is over the top. Over the top, which is a really nice expression we can use for so many situations. That's obviously going to be B, over the top, exaggerated, or excessive. So anytime someone does something that is like really exaggerated, too much, then it's over the top. They're going over the top, for example. So one was C, two is A, three is D, four is B. And we are heading on to some idioms, and I have some sentences that are to put these idioms into. So let's see if you can get the meaning of the idiom based on the sentence, and let's go. All right. So I hope that this is correct. I cannot see. Somehow this is all one slide. I don't know what's going on. I hope I've gotten all of our slides. It might be that we're missing out on one. All right, let me move over to here. Pardon. There we go. All right, so here we have idioms. We have a nice word bank here. We have get into the spirit, out of the ordinary, eye-catching, and have a laugh. So number one is wearing a silly sweater helps everyone. And which one of these idioms do you think works best for this sentence? Wearing a silly sweater helps everyone. And this is kind of what Terry said too. But I think his sweater is not, I think your sweater, Terry, is probably nice and not silly. But which one of these idioms have a laugh? Okay, that one works. That's true. That is very true. That's not the one I'm looking for, but that totally works, Brad. So have a laugh is not the one that I'm looking for. What other ideas? So, okay, Leslie is going with have a laugh. Yeah, that works. That totally does. Not the one I'm looking for. Another one, kind of getting people together. So in this case, Yuki, eye-catching doesn't work. Wearing a silly sweater helps everyone. Eye-catching, that one doesn't work. Nice try. Get into the spirit. Yeah, right. So wearing a silly sweater helps everyone get into the spirit. Exactly. You get into the spirit. You can also helps everyone have a laugh. That's true too. But in this case, I was looking more for get into the spirit. What about with number two? Ugly sweaters are definitely, what can you tell me? And here again, several work. So yeah. That is, are definitely eye-catching. That's not the one I'm looking for, but that definitely works, Carmen. You can totally say that. Absolutely, you can say eye-catching, but in this case, that's not the one I'm looking for. It works, but it's not the one. Yes, are definitely out of the ordinary, right? It's not every day. It's not very commonplace. As we see in many cultures, people do not wear these sweaters. They're really out of the ordinary. Exactly. And number 3, her sweater was so that everyone laughed. I think it works both. Also for the text number 3. Yes, a lot of these are interchangeable for sure, Carmen. Definitely. So her sweater was Gracie's going with eye-catching. So Alessio's going with eye-catching. Out of the ordinary, of course. Yes, absolutely. That works for that one too, Carmen. Totally. Exactly. So what I'm looking for number 3 is her sweater was so eye-catching that everyone laughed. It was so eye-catching. People could not stop looking at it. It was just so funny. You had to look at that thing. It was eye-catching. And the last one, ugly Christmas sweaters are meant to make people. Well, number 1 was get into the spirit, 2, out of the ordinary, 3, eye-catching. As we learned, though, that some of these are interchangeable. But yeah, this last one, not so much. So last one is have a laugh. Exactly, Carmen, right? Ugly Christmas sweaters are meant to make people have a laugh. It's not a religious thing. It's not a serious thing. It's more just to have a laugh and to have a little bit of entertainment. And that's it. Okay, so we need to buy another present. This time we are buying a present for a music fan. Our budget is between $10 and $25 for a woman. So a music fan, what could you get a music fan for that budget? What can you tell me? What would be a good present for a music fan? We just recently got a record player and I realized you can buy records for like $10. So maybe you can find a cool record that this person loves, something that they don't have in their collection. That would be an option. A board game called Hipster. Have you played that, Carmen? Because I was thinking of getting that for New Year's. Have you played that? I didn't realize it was a board game. Hitster, yes. A whistle, sure. Yeah, I can get a whistle. You get a harmonica, maybe. Yes. Okay. Is it cool, that board game? I thought it was like an app. I don't know. Okay. I need to figure this stuff out. I saw something really cool. Like back in the day, for all of our older folks here, remember when you would go to a concert and you had a proper ticket and they would tear it off and you had a proper ticket. So I saw this really cool thing where you could get a pillow with a ticket stub. They were called a ticket stub, where you could get a ticket stub printed on it and you could have like, maybe it was the Police or Michael Jackson. So to have something like that, the t-shirt with her favorite musician or band, good one. Automatone, I don't know what that is. If you don't know it, please Google it. Okay, Yuki, absolutely. Automatone. Well, I'll take a look and see. Thank you, Yuki. I thought it was okay, but not my favorite. Okay, good. So, I cannot read. Okay, those are 2 A's. Automatone. What is automatone? Oh, I saw this. This is so funny. Okay, so I'll play a quick video of this. Yes, I wanted to get one of these for everyone in my family. Let me see. I'll turn it up.
Is a musical instrument that creates beats, slides, and everything in between, all in a musical fashion.
Let me try to get to where they're playing because I don't want to get. This is so cool, Carmen. This is so for you.
On the touch bar will produce a beat. Pressing and sliding on the touch bar will create an ascending or descending sound. These 2 techniques can be combined to create.
I saw a video of that. Sounds fun. Salad spoons in form of a guitar. Okay. Musical note as a pendant, as a necklace. Ooh, that's nice too. Carmen, you're such a good gift giver. I love that. I thought it was okay. That was that. That's funny. Yeah, I saw this one. Okay, so you know it. Yeah, I thought that was super funny too. I mean, really annoying, but fun. I saw it in a talent show. So funny. Okay. So you're all way hipper than I am. I just recently stumbled across it, but that could maybe be something for a person who loves music. Okay, if you have other ideas, please post them. Otherwise, we will continue on. We're moving on to our next point and talking about Christmas cards. So, same or different, like I said, like we've done earlier today, where we're kind of comparing the way that if it's the same in your culture or if it's different when it comes to certain things. And let me see, here we go. And I need to hop over to here. Bless you, Bill. Okay, so here we go. Same or different in your country? Let me get rid of that banner. All right. So, what should we buy for? Oh, sorry. We send Christmas cards to family and friends. Do you? And if so, if you do, what pictures and designs are usually on them? So, do you send Christmas cards? Is that something that people typically do in your country? Is that something you do? If so, then what? We gifted Manu some electronics that create sound while touching no matter what. I don't know the word or how to describe it, but he really loved it. Okay, well, that could be maybe something you send me as a follow-up if you don't mind, if you have a moment. I'm curious to see what that is. So Christmas cards, a book about favorite musicians or band, that's also a really great, super book idea for a person who likes music. Yes, Christmas cards for sure. What are on them? I usually print out Christmas cards with photos. It's always very photos you took, it's always very personal. Okay, got it. I write messages inside cards. Nice. That takes a lot of time. This year we only received 4 Christmas cards. We used to receive a lot, but it seems like nowadays families with more kids, like the more kids they have, the more we receive Christmas cards from them. People with 1 or 2 kids, not so much. And the Christmas cards we received this year are all ones with family photos, which I love. I absolutely love receiving Christmas cards. And but we do not send them. We are very picky and we end up killing each other. So we decided not to. Let's see. I picked the most beautiful cards. Okay, so you look for a nice, beautiful Christmas card. Cool, Brad. Electronic ones now. Okay, so you send like an email, I guess, now. Traditionally, we don't send Christmas cards, but we send New Year's cards. Okay. And is there anything specific on them, Yuki? I use them with Christmas gifts. Aha, okay, Christmas card with a gift. There are messages you never see. My parents say I'm an amazing writer. That's nice. Wonderful. Okay, so this is kind of warming us up into the whole Christmas card sort of thing idea here. Yeah. And do you still receive Christmas cards? Or have you noticed in the past couple of years, that people are sending fewer cards, fewer emails? Do you think that sending Christmas cards is kind of dying? I think it feels like in Germany, we don't receive as many anymore, but maybe that's because we're not sending them. Maybe if you send them, you get them. Makes sense. So I don't know. It feels like people aren't sending as many Christmas cards. So, all right, moving on to some vocabulary related to cards and sending cards. I've got a nice little list here for us. And let me see. Yes, I think this is it. Yep. And I need to hop over to here. Oh, nope, here. And there we go. I think the Christmas spirit is dying. Oh, I know. I hope not. So unfortunately, yes. So let's see. New Year card is normal in Japanese zodiac. With zodiac animal designs. And so Okay, Yuki, please help me here. So in Japan, do you have different zodiac animals than the Western one and the Chinese one? Do you have your own animals? And do you also have it? I think that we talked about this, but I can't remember. So please help me. Do you celebrate it more like the year, like in Chinese zodiac, the year of the dragon, the year of the dog, that kind of thing? I'm curious. Santa, Christmas tree, snow, scenery, snowman, chimney. Okay. Yes. Okay. Those are the typical images that you have on Christmas cards that you send in Serbia. Okay, cool. So let's take a look at this list of vocab. And we have number 1, correspondence. We have 2, personalized. We have 3, recipient. And we have number 4, etiquette. So etiquette, kind of a strangely written word. Recipient, personalized, and correspondence. I think it's almost the same with Chinese zodiac animals. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing. So what will 2026 be? Hopefully the year of peace and love. I don't know. All right. So we have our definitions. Gracie's keeping us on the ball. Thank you, my dear. We have the person who receives something. B, the exchange of letters or messages. C, polite rules or behavior. And D, made or designed specially for someone. So number 1, Carmen is saying is B. Gracie is saying is B. Any other ideas about B, correspondence? Brad's going with B. Yelena's going with B. Oh, 2026 is the year of the horse. Okay, the year of the horse. 2026. Okay. I'm trying to remember when the year of the horse was last. Is it every 12 or every 10 years? I guess that would be 12 years. Okay. All right, so B. We have lots of B's, so it must be B. Correspondence. 1 is B, the exchange of letters or messages. I'm goat. Okay. In Chinese, I'm rat. So Carmen is keeping us on track. Thank you, sweetie. Every 12 years. Yes. I think the last time I had the year of a horse, it was horrible. So I'm a little scared of year of the horse. So yeah, anyway, but new year, new decade, it's going to be fine. So 2D, Gracie's got a D for me. Carmen's got a D for me. Rats are resilient. That's true. I needed to be 12 years ago. So you know a lot about Chinese astrology. That's interesting, Gracie. So, okay. So let's see. 2, personalized. And Carmen and Gracie are both saying D, and it's absolutely D, personalized D, made or designed especially for someone. So I love personalized gifts. So anytime I can put like my daughter's name or my son's name or anyone's name or initials or something on it and make it personalized, I love doing that. And personalized cards are a very personalized thing to send. You can make it very specific for the person. Carmen and Yelena are going for 3 and Yuki 2 as A. Recipient. And that C is really a S sound. Sounds very much like an S. Recipient. 3 is everyone is saying A, and so that's true. A person who receives something. So the recipient of your gift is the person who receives your gift. And last but not least, we have number 4, etiquette. So 1 was B, 2 is D, 3 is A, 4 is C. 4 is C. Just gave it to you. 4 is C, etiquette. It's polite rules of behavior. So there's certain etiquette that you follow. Like quite often in English, the way that you address a letter, very old-fashioned would be that you would say, Mr. and Mrs. So Peter Smith. So you would say, even though it was the woman, you would address the man, but you would say Mr. and Mrs. Peter Smith. I'm not sure if that's accurate anymore, but there was certain etiquette, there were certain rules that you followed in addressing people on a card or on an envelope. And yeah, so you have that. So I have a poll question for you. We have 3 more things that we're going to 4 more things. And so let's hop into our poll question and see what you have to say. A little, it's more of a trivia question, actually, to sort of see if you know what's going on here. Let's see. All right, so let me scroll down and let's see. I think things are mixed up here. I hope this is correct. I think this is correct. All right, and I need to jump over to the other side of the screen so that you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so we have here, why was the phrase season's greetings introduced on Christmas cards? So people used to say, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas. A lot of times you will see on cards in English-speaking countries, you'll see the phrase season's greetings. And is it A, to include people who don't celebrate Christmas, B, to make cards sound more elegant, C, to encourage sending cards earlier in December, or D, to promote a new type of greeting card? Which one do you think is the best answer for this? Why the phrase season greetings has become very common in English-speaking countries? What can you tell me? So Yuki's saying A. All right. Any other guesses? I would love A to be the answer. So Brad's going with A. Carmen's saying that. Gracie's going with C. All right. To encourage sending cards early in December. Okay, to encourage that. All right, so the answer is A, actually, to include people who don't celebrate Christmas. So maybe you have a Muslim friend, maybe you have a Jewish friend or a Hindu friend or someone from another religion, and you want to include kind of everybody in the spirit of it. So Carmen, your wish is granted. It is to be more inclusive. It would be good to know when this phrase first was introduced. I remember cards in the 80s having that, but it was not so common. Let's take a look and see. When did seasons greetings become popular as a Christmas? Okay, so let's see what the robot has to say. Season's greetings became, on cards in the late 19th century, especially during the Victorian era. Okay, it's been around a while. As Christmas cards spread, the phrase was used as a more general and inclusive greeting. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. So yeah, so I guess it's been around a lot longer than I felt. Late 1800s, early 1900s, alongside the rise of mass-produced Christmas cards. Interesting. Hello, nice to have you here. Your name is Tion. How do you say your name? It'd be great to know your name. I'm Jen. Welcome to our lovely community here. My host family was Jewish. I only send season's greetings. Yeah, that's kind of the nice thing to write. So it's very modern. It's actually not as modern as I thought, Carmen. Yeah, it's been around for a while, but it used to be that people really would send a lot of Merry Christmas, but season's greetings has become more international to really include everyone. I read a phrase today that said, if your religion guides you to hate someone or something, it's time to change it. Really adorable for me and wise. Yes. I mean, what religion teaches hate? Yeah, modern thought. Yes, definitely a modern thought. Definitely. Okay, we are heading on to some phrasal verbs related to sending cards. We'll go through these rather quickly, and then we have 2 more things. and then we will say goodbye. So in Serbia, Christmas must be on January 7th, but I'm going to our friends for Christmas tomorrow. Okay. Religion teaches love. It should. It absolutely should teach love. Anything less than that is, yeah, sad, actually, or I don't even know. It's a ridiculous word to say on my part. Worse than sad. Okay. Let's move on to phrasal verbs, and I'm fine where I am. So let's take a look. These are all related to sending cards. To our new friend, please let us know your name so we can greet you. I want to learn the English language with you. Perfect. I am here every single Wednesday at this time with a new lesson. So it's always the same kind of style where we have this nice community. We interact with each other. We learn vocabulary, idioms, phrasal verbs, all kinds of stuff. So, all right, we have phrasal verbs now. These are all related to sending cards. We have number 1, send out. Number 2, drop off. 3, write down. And 4, follow up. And we have A, to deliver in person. B, to continue communication after an initial contact. C, to record and writing. And D, to mail or distribute. Which one works best with number 1, send out? Thank you, Brad, for your kind words. I appreciate that. You all bring me tons of happiness. I am so happy that you show up and even on Christmas, come and hang out with me. Great way to start Christmas Eve. I appreciate that. For me too, absolutely. So Alessio is keeping us on track here. And he's saying send out is D. Who agrees with Alessio? Send out. We send out cards. What does that mean? Number 1. Yuki's going with D as well. Gracie's got a D for me. Okay, exactly. 1 is D. Send out is to mail or to distribute. Again, we have this word distribute is to give something to someone. So we mail out or we send out. You can also say mail out. Number 2, thank you, Alessio and Yuki. Both are saying A. So to drop off. When we drop off our cards, what does that mean? We drop them off. So let's go with our A's. To drop off, A, to deliver in person. You can also drop off in the States. A lot of times when people are not feeling well, we can drop off food at their house. You deliver food to their house. DoorDash and Uber, they drop off food at your house. So you can drop off a card, drop it in the mailbox, something like that. Number 3, write down. What do we do for number 3? Which one works best for that? Number 3, write down. What can you tell me? Yuki's got C. Gracie's got a C for me. Alessio has got a C for me. Okay, to write down. Thank you, Elena. So write down 3. C, to record in writing. You write down your thoughts on a Christmas card. You write down what happened to you throughout the year. And thank you, Yuki, with follow up. 4B is to continue communication after an initial contact. So you follow up with someone. So how are you? How did things go? What do you think? You follow up. Exactly. Super. Okay, let's hop into our next one with a same or different. And we're going to a very controversial topic, as if Christmas sweaters was not controversial enough. Kidding. We're talking about Christmas lights. Okay, so Christmas lights. People either love them or hate them. So what can you tell me about Christmas lights? Let's see. And I am fine where I am. I don't need to pop over to anywhere else. Christmas lights. What can you tell me? Same or different in your culture? We decorate our houses with Christmas lights. We decorate. And do you decorate inside, outside? Do you decorate with colorful or white lights? Or do you visit neighbors to see lights? What do you think? If it's not too much, I like it. So Yelena likes them too. I was worried for a second. Nice joke. Exactly. No need to worry here. So Christmas lights, do you like it over the top? I saw a really cool meme where it was like, dads all year long. Turn off the lights, save money, turn off the lights. Dads at Christmas, and you see this house lit up like literally a Christmas tree. So I thought that was kind of a fun meme. I have to see if I can find that somewhere. Because it kind of turns into a competition, I think, for some people. But it's really nice in the States to get into your car because some neighborhoods really do put on a show, and like every house has lots of lights, and it's fun to get into your car at night and drive around different neighborhoods where they have the houses lit up, and to see the changes every year to what they've added or what they have. So we don't have money and energy to do that. I enjoy seeing it though. In my apartment, I love to decorate my windows, but I also love candles over electric light. I'm a bit old school. Yes, candlelight is nice. I love lights everywhere, inside, outside, in phrases full of colors. So lots and lots of colors. Okay, cool. And do a lot of people put up lights outside in your country? Do you have the same thing like where we have in the States where people decorate, where you have like neighborhoods that decorate houses and people get in their cars and drive around and take a look at that? Is that something that is a custom where you live? Out of curiosity. And while you're answering that, we'll have one last question for today, kind of a fun one. We've bought presents for everyone, right? We've had nature lovers, tech geeks, music lovers, and our last one today, I decorated with lights on my balcony and Christmas tree too. Less than before. Okay, so not so many people do it as much. Okay, so because we bought presents for everyone so far, this is our final one. We can buy presents for each other. So what would you buy for someone in our group? What do you think would be a nice present for someone in our group? Who would you like to buy a present for, and what would you buy? For me, the first thing that I think of is like for Yuki, that I would like to buy her some sort of little baking cookie cutter things, something Christmassy. And in fact, I think, Yuki, I'm going to send you some of my Christmas ones because I don't bake cookies like that anymore. And I think you will have more fun with them. So I will re-gift that. Although it's not really regifting, it's sort of gifting you something that I already owned. But I would buy Yuki some cookie cutters, some gingerbread men, a snowman, something like that. I think that would be a good gift for her. What would you buy for someone in our audience? Yelena, and seeing your dog today, I would buy a dog treat. I think Alessio, I would buy you a notebook, like something personalized where you can keep all of your vocabulary from the different stories. And yeah, so lots of things for people. Gracie, something with oils, I think. Carmen, I would definitely find you something sort of fun and geeky. I would have so much fun buying that present. Yeah, you're welcome, sweetie. You're welcome. A nice book in English and some original items from Serbia. That would be fun. My Italian map for Gracie. Cool. Yes. So any other presents that you would give to people in our community? Anything that you can think of off the top of your head. I know that a lot of you know each other kind of privately now too. So maybe you have ideas that you would give if we were all together. Exotic earrings. Yay! I would love that. Yes, that would be cool. I would totally love that. Yeah, that's funny. And so otherwise, I would slowly but surely say goodbye. I'm going to go finish my cake that I was baking earlier today. Yuki, like I said, I baked the chestnut cake that I sent you the recipe a couple of months ago. Let's see, for Yuki, a nice cooking book, definitely. Some German ingredients, definitely. Something from Cologne, like a glass, Kolsch glass. Oh, she would love that. She would totally love that. A lottery ticket. Brad, that's a classic, very good one. I'll take that lottery ticket. So anyway, so Merry Christmas. Yes, Yelena, Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you so much for coming and participating on Christmas Eve. I've sincerely appreciated our lesson, and I appreciate all of our lessons and time together. Every time you come, it's the biggest gift for me. I love doing this, and if you didn't show up, then I wouldn't have this to do. So I would be horrible. I would gift you self-made scarves, scented candles, maybe. Ooh, nice. Wishing you a Merry Christmas, Alessio, and a prosperous 2026. Absolutely. I would buy a camera for Carmen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, $1 million, a winning ticket. I would take that, definitely. Best to you, Gracie, dear. Best to you, Carmen. Everyone, thank you very much. And I will see you next week. We have a nice end of the year lesson where we will talk about 2025 and things that happened and yeah, everything in between. So I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and see you next week. Take care, guys. Bye.